Hey friends, we are here today thinking about how to reset. Usually think about that at the beginning of a spring, but you can really reset your life at any time. That means cleaning, decluttering, trying to get back on track if you've slid a little bit with your goals. So let's talk about what are some ways that we can reset today. The first thing that we often think about is cleaning our space. And again, a lot of times we think about that during the springtime. One thing that I like about having a nice clean home is that it helps to give your mind some clarity of thought. We all like to be in a clean space. Think about when you go to a hotel. One of the things that we really love when we stay in a hotel is that they usually, I know it's different pre-pandemic, but they usually will clean your room every day. May not change your towels or your bedspread every day, but they'll tidy up. And think of how enlivening that is, how it makes you feel at peace, and how just rejuvenating it is and how special it feels. So giving our home a refresh is something that can do that for us. And it's a space that we live in, that we're in the whole time. So we definitely want it to be as clean and as organized as possible. When you think about spring cleaning or just cleaning your house, trying to reorganize, sometimes it can seem overwhelming, a gargantuan task because your home is big, you have many rooms, many spaces. But I don't want you to get overwhelmed by that. I want us to first think about cleaning just a few spaces this year. You don't have to clean every part of your home every single year with a very, very deep clean, although you definitely do want to do a good surface level clean for, every 1 to 2 weeks, such as cleaning your bathroom, cleaning the counters, vacuuming your floor, so you don't have so much to do. But when it comes to organizing a space, think of one common area that you might want to clean, and then think about maybe 2 other areas more specifically that you want to tackle, whether that's your attic, maybe it's your bookshelf, whether it's a storage closet, any one of those. So pick 3, and that's what you'll stick with for this year. Then think about what is the time we're going to devote to that. Because we are all very, very busy. We have so many things to do, other responsibilities. But if you say, I have about 3 days where over 3 to 4 hours each day, I can try to tackle one area of my home, that's good. And you don't have to do them all in succession. It might be 3 days over 3 months. But choose that one area. And when you go into that area, give yourself about 3 to 4 hours. If you give yourself the whole day, it will take the whole day. But then just go in there, take things out. When you have most of your things out of there, then go through it, see what you need. And when you realize, I don't need this, have I used it in the past year or 2? That is usually my cutoff for maybe I don't need it anymore. And you throw those things away and you put your things back into that space. Or for example, if you're doing a deep clean of an area of your home, you're moving some things around, it might be disruptive for a day, you're cleaning really hard, maybe you get a few other people to help you, and then put those things back. Sometimes when you're cleaning, it can get very overwhelming and you get distracted and it's hard to focus. One thing that I like to do when I am cleaning and I'm trying to focus on something is to listen to a podcast or to a movie or to a TV show that I'm already familiar with. So it's going to keep me distracted and focusing on that TV show, that form of entertainment for however that long might be. So if it's a 30-minute show and I want to watch 4 or 5 episodes, or it's 2 movies, that will give me about 2 to 3 hours of time that I am listening to something. I'm distracted a little bit. I know when the end's going to be, but I don't have to pay attention so hard that then I'm not focusing on my cleaning so much. But I'm having fun while I'm also doing something that is very important. So we all have a few TV shows that we have probably watched 11 times, especially with there being Netflix and Hulu, Disney Channel, whatever. But if you have one of those shows that is your go-to, then put that on and get cleaning. Going back to it, if you are trying to organize a space, I like to do that in 2 chunks of time. The first is for decluttering and getting rid of everything that I don't need and putting it back. And then I want to say, is there a better way for me to organize this? So do I need to get some, whether it's like a cubicle or some shelves to put in that space to make it a little bit more organized? But I want to do that after the fact, so I'm not buying too many organizational materials that are then going to clutter my space if I end up not needing it. When it comes to clothing, I'm going to take a step back and say, let's go back to that 1 to 2 year rule. A lot of times we think, oh, I might need this clothing. For me, I say, look, I go through a couple of sizes every couple of years, so I will keep some clothes on the larger end and on my smaller end, but then I have my general average wardrobe. You keep that. But if you haven't worn something in 1 to 2 years, or maybe especially 3 to 4 years, you may not use it again. If it's something for a specific purpose, like you go skiing, you didn't get a chance to go this year or last year, those are very expensive. So of course, don't throw that away. But if it's something that's been hanging around in your closet for maybe 10, 15 years, and you really haven't gone back for it in that long, one thing that I do, there are some pieces that I really love, but what I'll do is I'll take it out, I'll take a picture of it, and then I can say thank you so much, as Marie Kondo has taught us, and I can give that away if it's still in good shape, or recycle the clothing so that I'm not harming the environment, but that way you're not having something there that really isn't doing anything for you. But you still have that photo, which is a nice memory of that item of clothing that you loved. And then once you have cleaned your whole entire space, and it's nice and organized, add a nice finishing touch. And what I like to do is create the aroma, create an oasis-like feeling by lighting a candle. I love those by Forever Mood. They're very nice, so many different scents, although there has been a rebrand recently, but they're really, really nicely scented candles. And I must say my favorite are Trader Joe's candles. Do not sleep on these. They are very potent and very cost effective. They're about $3.99 usually. I love these. I buy multiple when they are available, but this is just the last finishing touch to elevate your home, to making it feel and smell so special. Another way to reset is to eat more cleanly. As we move into the warmer months of the year, we start to actually crave those heavy, dense foods less, like we did during the winter time. So it's actually a great time to lose weight. They have found by research, more people lose weight during the summer because you're not craving those heavy foods and you're moving around more. But besides just weight management, you're also thinking about eating the foods that are gonna be in season, they're gonna be cheaper, they're gonna just help you feel more vibrant, alert, awake, eating whole foods. So take advantage of that during the springtime and into the summer. Visit your physician and get your checkups, whether that's your primary care physician, your gynecologist, your urologist. I like to try to do that around the springtime, but other people might do that at other times. Sometimes people say schedule those visits for your birthday because you'll always remember. I don't like to do that because I know during my birthday, I might overindulge, and then you're gonna take some labs and you're gonna say your blood glucose is a little bit high, so I don't set myself up like that. But around that time, during the earlier part of the year, I try to remember to make a lot of my doctor's appointments. And then whenever they have availability, sometimes it's in 2 weeks, sometimes it might even be 3 to 4 months, but then I can go and I haven't missed that appointment for that year. Get outside, enjoy that sunlight, get your vitamin D. It helps with your energy, it helps with your metabolism, so many other things in your body, and it just brightens your mood. Get to walking, go visit the botanical gardens. If you're in the nation's capital, there are the cherry blossoms that have a peak usually in March or April, but they're around for a couple of weeks to enjoy. Do a spring race, a walk, just enjoy the beautiful outside before it even gets too hot during the peak of the summer. Thinking about different areas of wellness for ourselves, we think about financial wellness as well. During the fall and winter, a lot of times we are thinking about finances because we're going into the holiday season. We have a lot of gifts that we're thinking about buying. We have trips that we're thinking about doing. So when we're traveling to see family during the holiday time. But then during the springtime, that's another opportunity to reevaluate your finances, reset, because what comes every year around April 15th, it is tax day. And that is a time that I think a lot of people start thinking about their finances too. So try to aim for getting your taxes done during that time. And the reason why I say that is because you just want it to be done, not to loom over you. So if you owe money to the government, you pay it out, you get it done, you know where you are at the beginning of the year. So you can say, all right, maybe I need to plan a little bit more, save a little bit more, do a little bit better this year. But if you're on the other end and you get a little bit of a refund, you can have some fun. You also have some money that you should also invest as well. And so it gives you a lot of time throughout the year to make better financial decisions. When you're trying to reset, think about the goals that you had and are you on track? We've talked about SMARTer goals before. And what is the E for? Evaluate. So every couple of weeks, every couple of months, you're evaluating. If you started setting a goal at the beginning of the year, come springtime, you're about 3 to 4 months in, evaluate, see where you are. Are you on track? Are you doing the things that you thought you would do? Do you need to pivot a little bit? But it's a good time to do that. And remember, you're trying to do a lot, you're trying to improve your life, but in all of this, do things that bring you joy, that make you happy. So with that in mind, I want you to think of things that you can work on personally. We already did that a lot of times in the beginning of the year, but we can change our goals. We can have new ones. We can dive into new hobbies. We can pick up old hobbies, but have fun. Just enjoy the time by yourself. And then during the spring, I'm going to say that is actually a time where you might want to focus on things that are a little bit more singular, just yourself. Summer, we're going to be out there having a fun time, socializing, traveling, vacationing. And so it might be harder to do those little things that you wanted to do that you know really, really make you proud, make you happy, that you really enjoy. Whatever time of the year it is, whether it's the fall, summer, winter, or spring, as we're going to spring right now, I hope you have the opportunity to reset, to get back on track if you find yourself a little bit off of where you wanted to be, to have a renewed energy and excitement for the rest of the year to come. Thanks for joining me. If you like this content, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope to see you later. Bye.